So it's the final of Wimbledon in 2026, and we have the number 1 and the number 2 seeds who have made it there on the men's. It is Jannik Sinner after taking out Djokovic in straight sets, and Sasha Zverev who took out Arthur Fery, the Brit. On the women's side, we have the Czechs. They do so well at Wimbledon, it seems, as Noskova takes on Muchova. That's right, and if you haven't done so yet, give us a like and subscribe to the channel. Well, here we are again in another Slam final, and Jannik Sinner back to a Slam final yet again after his Roland Garros disappointment, and he did it in emphatic fashion. That's right, he knocked out my man Novak Djokovic and did it, it seemed almost comprehensively. It was one of his best performances of the entire tournament as he took him out in straight sets. It was 6-4, 6-4, 6-4. 7th career Slam final and his first this year, which seems crazy to say. Obviously, lost to Djokovic in Australia, had the problems with the heat in Roland Garros, and now he seems to be back to his best and looking like the favorite going into the final. Djokovic tried his best throughout this match. He was, I don't know, just beaten by the better guy on the day. Jannik Sinner, he just didn't face a break point. That's one of the key factors in this match. His first serve was like just so consistent. All the 3 points he was getting off it, and the first ball after the first serve, just so aggressive. Djokovic couldn't get into any points, just controlling the baseline with heavy, accurate ground strokes constantly throughout the match. And when Djokovic was threatening, there was a couple of love 30s, this type of thing on the Sinner serve. He just didn't ever look like he was out of his comfort zone, and just big serve, big forehand. And Djokovic wasn't able to really even get going. And Djokovic even admitted it. They said, is there anything you could have done tactically different today against Jannik? And he said, no, not really. It was a good old blowout. Not much I could do. This is a man who's been around the sport for many, many years. And he had the similar thing happen to him against Carlos Alcaraz in the final of Wimbledon, if you remember. Not the first time, that was very close, 5 sets. Second time, yeah, it was a bit like this. And this is what happens when you've got somebody who's young at the top of their game playing against somebody who's in the twilight of their career. Djokovic is good enough to probably beat everybody else on tour still at 39. But he's not good enough to be able to beat Jannik Sinner or Carlos Alcaraz when they're playing their best tennis. That's the reality. He needs something like an intervention from somewhere to help him in this scenario. I was hoping for the heat. It didn't materialize. It was only about 32 degrees, which isn't hot enough for Jannik Sinner to self-destruct, unfortunately. I thought it was just a brilliant performance from Jannik Sinner, though, considering there's probably quite a bit of pressure on Jannik Sinner coming into this. Everyone expecting no Carlos Alcaraz. He's the big favorite. He's expected to go on and make the final, expected to win it. And he's into the final. And after a crazy start, I'd say, 5-set match to kick off the tournament, but he didn't have any warm-up tournaments. So that was the warm-up for Jannik Sinner. A nice, long first match just to get him into the swing of it. And then since then, he hasn't really looked that troubled, if I'm perfectly honest. I thought it was a great performance. Djokovic, 25, comes to an end. The pursuit, I mean, there's not so much to talk about from the match. That's the crazy thing. It's not like one of those matches where we're like, oh, all of these crazy back and forths. Sadly not. It was domination from Jannik Sinner. Djokovic probably didn't help that he was on 5 hours, 15 minutes in the last round. I don't think that his level was there from like a reactionary standpoint. Like he even said it, he was a step late on any shot, and he was just a level or more better than I was. Not sharp enough, not reactive enough, not balanced enough to play him. Not much I could do on the court. Yeah, totally agree. Great summary, Novak Djokovic, of what happened out there. Disappointed. He said he'll be back next year. And yeah, I think he should come back. I mean, if you can make the semi-final, probably could make it again next year. Who knows what could happen? Which side of the draw he might be on. You don't know. But Alcaraz may be back next year. Might be a few other younger players who come to the forefront. Yeah, anything's possible, though. And if he's playing this type of tennis, I think we can all agree Djokovic is more than welcome to come for another Wimbledon attempt. Unfortunately, he stays on 7 Wimbledons, stays on 24 slams. And there's somebody else who's doing pretty well on the other side of the draw, albeit, I mean, you couldn't really pick it better. Sasha Zverev getting to play a wild card in the semi-finals. And Arthur Fery announced himself on the tour in this tournament. A really, really great performance for the 2 weeks. So you got to applaud Arthur Fery for just having a fantastic tournament, showing what he's worth, really, to tennis. And I thought he was competitive in the first set. The first set was very, very high level from both. Zverev just proving, though, that there are levels to this game. And Arthur Fery, as soon as we got to the tiebreak, the cracks started to show, unfortunately, in his game. And I think it was a double fault, a loose forehand, and that was a double mini break on his serve instantly in the tiebreak. And against Zverev, who he's lost a few tiebreaks, but he's won 20 out of the last 30 or something. So a very, very, very experienced tiebreak player. With someone like his serve, he's always finds himself in tiebreaks, knows how to play them well. He's playing really aggressive as well at the moment, Zverev, and I think that's why he's getting a lot of success. The first serve, just untouchable, really. After the opening set, he never looked back. He kept on attacking Ferry's second serve as well. His ground shots looked harder, heavier. And Arthur Fery, I think that the size was notable. 5'9" versus 6'6". The long wingspans. Zverev can keep a lot of balls in play if there are long rallies. I think psychologically he needed that first set. Fery didn't get it, and then once he'd lost the first set and got broken in the second, yeah, it was just going to be an overwhelming victory for Sasha Zverev. I'm actually very pleased that Zverev has followed up and sort of silenced a lot of the people who said this is just going to be a one and done slam for him at Roland Garros. Can he do it? This is the ultimate test right now. He's going into a final, but this time he's going into a final against the best player on tour right now. This is somebody who played last in a Grand Slam final and got absolutely obliterated at the Australian Open last year. That's surely going to play a little bit on his mind. Obviously, there's only so much that it could have been Sasha wanting to get his first slam and the nerves. And there's always going to be a part of it that it's just Jannik Sinner just was better and a lot better than him on the day. It's his 5th career Grand Slam final. And he makes an elite list of players who have made it to all the Slam finals now, which is such a difficult thing to do. It just goes to show how consistent he is on all surfaces. You see all the names there: Alcaraz, Sinner, Murray, Djokovic, Nadal, Federer, Agassi, Courier, Edberg, Lendl, Rosewall, Laver. It's on an elite list there, and he has a real chance. I think if he hadn't have won Roland Garros, I would be seriously leaning towards Jannik Sinner as just another dominant performance. But the fact that he did win Roland Garros now, and he doesn't have that whole, oh, is he ever going to win a slam? That's gone. He's won a slam now. He doesn't have to prove anything to anybody anymore. Now it's just doing it for your own legacy, doing it just to see how many you can get, which is a much better position to be in. And Jannik Sinner, he's sort of the same. The pressure is, I'd say he's going for a slightly bigger things, because I don't think Zverev's going to end up probably on as many slams as Sinner or Alcaraz. But it still would be nice to have a few more in there. And it's good to have some on each surface, isn't it? Sinner's the reigning defending champion for a reason, though, because he's just that good. He defeated Alcaraz last year in the final, and it was a really good match. But in the sets he won, it was comfortable. We didn't even see tie breaks last year. I think they were all 6-4s, even the one that he lost as well. So Jannik Sinner, he is a nightmare, I think, at Wimbledon right now. And let's have a look at their head-to-head. I mean, 10-4 in favour of Jannik Sinner, and he has won, my word, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh, he's only won the last 9. So, and when was the last time Zverev won a set, which is probably a really good place to have a look. You have to go all the way down to the final in Vienna. Took the first set there and lost in 3. I mean, look how many times they played, though. And that's just over the last 2 years. They've played, 7 times? And he's lost all of them. The one saving grace here, though, is they've never played on grass, which I think is a good thing for Sasha Zverev. It's a new surface, and a surface that does heavily favour big servers. And he is the biggest and probably the best server on tour. It makes this match very, very interesting now. This is a new improved Sasha Zverev. He always loses to Taylor Fritz as well. Remember, look what he did to Taylor Fritz. He absolutely destroyed him. Yeah, Fritz had a bit of an injury, but that just goes to show the mentality. Has it changed? I think it has. But has it changed enough to be able to defeat someone like Jannik Sinner in a Grand Slam final? That's the big question. I'll come to my prediction at the end, so stick around. And I'm just going to speak about the women's now, because we had 2 incredible semi-finals. I'd say one a lot more incredible than the others. And I think we got to go to that one first, because somehow, from the depths of despair, Karolína Muchova, don't know how she did it. She came from match point down. She looked down and out. She was a set down. But somehow she found a way to win. And this is what Karolína Muchova's all about. Her first Wimbledon final, first Grand Slam final in 3 years. After losing 6 matches in a row to Coco, she's now won the last 2 meetings. Second Grand Slam final, 21st top 10 win. Just an incredible moment from an amazing player who's starting to realize her potential right now. If you stay free of injury, anything's possible. She won her first Masters recently as well. I think if she stays fit, she's just a threat everywhere, every surface, every tournament. And I had her to make the final. I don't know. I thought she would beat Gauff, but it was a 50-50. That either player could have gone through. I don't think I can get any plaudits, because I would never have predicted she'd have gone through in that way. I think that she did so many things well. She was just constantly disrupting Coco Gauff's rhythm, that slice that she incorporates into her game. Like, she makes Gauff have to create her own pace on the court, which I don't think she really likes doing. And the composure. How does she stay composed in these huge moments on a tennis court? I'll never know. So well done to Karolína Muchova. Karolína Muchova, sorry. I just thought it was one of those performances. It was probably the match of the tournament for sure on the women's side for drama. Don't think any other match has compared. Obviously, it's a semi-final, so the drama and the stakes are raised so high. But the way she's able to handle herself is it going to be enough? She's up against somebody she's going to know very, very well. Fellow countrywoman, Linda Noskova, JG's top 10 for the year. I think it's a good pick. And his dark horse to win the whole entire thing pre-tournament. She's into a Grand Slam final at 21 years old. She just is an unbelievable ball striker and can do it all. Won 11 of the last 12 matches. She won the tournament in Berlin coming in. Too much power for anyone to handle, it says here. And the emotions coming out on the court are beautiful to see. Just her serving, just been so consistent the whole entire tournament. Kostyuk's been on an absolute tear to take out somebody who's probably one of the most informed players on the tour right now in this fashion. It wasn't even that close, this match. It was comfortable. And that's credit to Linda Noskova for making it look comfortable. Means you're right at the top of the sport. Against somebody like Kostyuk, she made errors late in both of the sets, which did cost her dear. And I think Noskova just stays patient in rallies. She's happy to just have a long, drawn-out rally and wait to see where it goes before she strikes. She elevates her level at the ends of sets as well. That's another sign of somebody who is going to go on to bigger, better things. Look at the stakes in this one. Semi-finals of a slam, unflappable. And I don't think Kostyuk it was the same. She's good to a point, but yeah, too many risky shots at big moments. You can't do that. You got to have ultimate confidence when you're going for certain shots. I think Linda Noskova, yeah, this is just the first of many. She looks the real deal. Czech women in the finals of Wimbledon. It seems to be a running theme, doesn't it? Linda Noskova versus Karolína Muchova. It's a great story. I can't believe that we didn't get Coco Gauff in there, to be honest. I know that I think JG had the opposite final, a Gauff Kostyuk. I had a Muchová versus Noskova. So a little bit of a claim there, but at least I got something right. I mean, the women's was quite a tough one to call in this tournament. But how do I see the final going? Well, let's get to a quick prediction on this one. Will that have taken anything out of Karolína Muchova? Will she feel the nerves more, or will Linda Noskova feel the nerves? I mean, Muchova's been to a slam final before, but Noskova just seems to be able to hold her nerve in bigger moments, I think. But I don't know. Really tough, because Muchova, from what she did against Gauff, that was pretty incredible. This one is a pick'em. I would love to see the way the bookies have this one, actually. Let me just have a quick check, because I haven't looked beforehand. Okay, so Muchova, the slight favorite. They've played once before, and that was at the US Open last year, and it was a close match. It was a 3-setter. That day, the odds were level. Today, Muchova the favorite. Do you know what? As much of it pains me to say it, I think I'm going with JG and his not his wild card, but his dark horse before the tournament. And I think just the way that she handled her semi-final, I think she's going to do it again in the final. And I'm going to be going for Linda Noskova to win Wimbledon. And I'm going to go in 3 sets. So there you go. Let me know if you agree in the comment section. And now let's get to the men's. It's Jannik Sinner versus Sasha Zverev. How do I see this one going? This one is going to be tough. There's going to be a tie break. Surely there has to be. There weren't any tie breaks in last year's final. I think we're definitely going to get one in this year's final. And I think that we are going to see Sasha Zverev take the match to Jannik Sinner. And it's going to be a thoroughly entertaining match, this one. It's not going to be a whitewash. These are the 2 best players on tour right now. Sasha Zverev now up to number 2 in the world. There's no Carlos Alcaraz around at the moment. So these are the two best. I think Sasha Zverev is going to take the first set. I think it will be on a tie break as well. But then I think Jannik Sinner is going to start working out the serve. And I think Jannik Sinner will win Wimbledon back to back. And he'll do it in 4 sets. Well, there you go. There's my prediction. Jannik Sinner to win on the men's side in 4. And I've got Linda Noskova to win on the women's in 3. Tell me if you agree in that comment section, or if you've got a different prediction, I want to hear yours too. So if you haven't done so yet, give us a like, subscribe, and we'll see you after the finals to give you our reactions.